Hello, my name is Scott Adkins, and today we'll be debunking AI or not. Scott Adkins is best known for his martial arts skills, which are portrayed in the Undisputed film series as well as John Wick 4. Yeah, I guess that's true. I'm known for my martial arts skills. The Undisputed films, where a star as Boyka, would be my most well-known movies. And of course, everyone's seen John Wick 4, and I was in that. But I was in a fat suit, and so maybe you didn't know it was me, but it was. And it was a fake suit. I didn't actually eat all the pies. Yuri Boyka, the most complete fighter in the world. You see, if AI had added that last bit there, then I would have thought, wow, this thing really knows what it's talking about. But it said Yuri Boyka, but it is correct. But I'm also, this isn't me, this is Yuri Boyka. I am the most complete fighter in the world. Man, I should have a new job as Chat GPT, because I'm ahead of the game. Yuri Boyka is a Russian mixed martial arts fighter and prison inmate known for his extreme discipline, brutal fighting style, and belief that he is the most complete fighter in the world. Well done, ChatGPT. You are absolutely right. Extreme discipline is not one that I would have said, but absolutely is very disciplined. Well done. I didn't even know that, but you've informed me, so well done. It is not officially ended. Boyka goes back to prison. He finds peace and redemption in doing the right thing. Peace and redemption. Redemption, yes, kind of. Peace, I don't think so, because we leave him rotting in that Russian prison, having to continue to fight out his days within the filth of the gulag. It hasn't officially ended because I still harbor the dream to do another Boyka movie. So again, ChatGPT, well done. Maybe it's not ended. But I don't know if he's found peace. He's not found peace. Scott Adkins has been practicing martial arts for over 35 years. Correct, AI. Over 35 years. I started when I was 10, and next week I'm going to be 49. So, 39 years. Sorry, had to think about my maths then. Yeah, well done. 39 years though, come on, you got it wrong. Over 35 years you got it right, but you could have been more specific. His childhood fascination with martial arts icons, especially Bruce Lee and Jean-Claude Van Damme. Also at age 10, Scott Adkins was mugged, which was considered to be a turning point. Okay, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. You're correct about Bruce Lee and Van Damme. Those were the two major influences. You could have thrown in Jackie Chan as well, and a bit of Donnie Yen. But age 10 is when I started martial arts, but I was not mugged at age 10. I was 13. That is when the mugging took place, and that is when the beast was unleashed.
Did anything happen at age 10? Or just...
At age 10, I started martial arts.
Oh, just...
But it was age 13
that, yeah.
when I got mugged, and I basically I tried to turn myself into Jason Stillwell from the No Retreat, No Surrender movie. And I turned my garage into a dojo with a shrine to Bruce Lee, hoping that one day Bruce Lee could come from the grave and his ghost could teach me martial arts. But he never did. But I still wished that he would. And kind of, I feel like maybe in some way he kind of did. Thomas Scott from the film Accident Man and its sequel, Accident Man, Hitman's Holiday. Thomas Scott, what are you talking about, AI? Mike Fallon is the Accident Man. You fool. How could you get that wrong? Accident Man was a famous comic book back in the 90s. And Mike Fallon is the name. Thomas Scott. Where'd you get that from? Anyway, I think that I'm not the most like that character. I think because it was my childhood dream to turn that comic book into a movie. But he's a bit of a nasty piece of work is Mike Fallon. I'd say that I'm more like the character in The Debt Collector or something like that. I don't go around killing people and making it look like an accident, that's for sure. Scott Adkins is almost always involved in action to some degree. It's really his signature. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. Even in his less martial arts heavy roles, there's usually some action, fight or stunt work involved. You're not really answering the question there, are you, AI? The answer is yes, I have. In fact, the first job that I had was a Hong Kong martial arts movie, but the second job I had was a British daytime soap opera called Doctors on the BBC. And there's definitely no kicks or punches to the face in that one. And anyone who's seen Doctors will know what I'm talking about. I also was in EastEnders, I was in Hollyoaks, I was in Holby City, and I've done many films. In fact, there's one coming out with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon, where there's no fighting. Well, maybe a little bit, but no martial arts. I was also in Zero Dark 30, no martial arts in that. So you're wrong, AI. Try harder next time. Okay. Diablo 2025 is an upcoming action thriller starring Scott Adkins and Marco Zaror, reuniting the two martial arts icons, cheers, after their appearance in John Wick Chapter 4. Yeah, that is true. That's all true. That's all true. Chris Cheney, a recently released ex-convict who embarks on a perilous mission to fulfill a promise made to a dying woman. That's all correct. Yeah, I don't know. That's all correct. I've got nothing to add. I've been doing interviews all day and I'm fading now. The woman is in fact already dead. So yeah, that's wrong. Okay, well spotted. Chris Cheney is trying to rebuild his life after serving time in prison. He's tough, resourceful, and driven by a strong sense of loyalty and honor, especially to those he cares about. Yeah. He's definitely tough, he's definitely resourceful, driven by a strong sense of loyalty and honor, and also vengeance, I would say. But essentially, he's trying to fix the wrongs that were done to him, and in the process, rekindling his relationship with a family member. I don't want to give too much away, but maybe he's out for the wrong reasons. Instead of trying to fix what he has in his life now, he's obsessed about getting vengeance for what happened to him or another person in the past. It's complicated. You need to watch the movie. I promise you're going to enjoy it. It's not going to know this. Surely it's not going to know this. The blend of his signature physical preparation and a deeper focus on character development, aiming to bring more emotional weight and complexity to the role beyond just martial arts action. Have you seen the movie, AI? Have you actually watched it? Because it sounds like you have. I'm always training. I'm always ready. Right now I'm training for the next movie, even if I don't know what that movie is. So that's an easy guess. How does it know that? Has it seen the movie? I'm a little bit confused and freaked out. Stay true to yourself and your promise, because in the end, it's not just about fighting hard or winning battles. It's about fighting for what matters. Well, that's true. That is true. God, this is freaky, isn't it? That is like it was kind of in the character's head. But all this is subtext and not actually mentioned in the film. So even if it's seen the movie, it's figuring out the subtext of what's in the character's head, which is pretty amazing. It is freaky, isn't it? I'll give it a matter of months before Cyberdyne pushes the button and we're all burning. God, let's see. Adkins has expressed a preference for steak. Zucchini noodles? Absolute bollocks. and whole foods. Lean meats, veggies, fruits, and whole grains. Right, steak. That's true. I love a good steak. I'm the son of a butcher. So obviously steak is on the menu. Zucchini noodles, I haven't got a clue where that's come from. I never even eaten a zucchini noodle. Wouldn't know what one is. And I'm not a massive fan of noodles or pasta. Whole foods, lean meats, veggies, fruits, whole grains. Well, that's not hard to figure out. You've just got to look at a picture of me with my top off, let's be honest. So I think that's some good guesswork in there, but the zucchini noodles is way off. God damn. Now I've embarrassed myself not knowing what a zucchini is. Thanks a lot, AI. Made me look stupid. Here we go. He enjoys some pretty down-to-earth and creative hobbies for fun and relaxation, such as watching TV and movies, obviously, video games, in the past, spending time with friends and family, yes, music, we all like music, don't we? Traveling, reading, learning. Yeah, well, I play the guitar. That's if I'm relaxing, I play the guitar. So you got me with the music. Spend a lot of time with my family and friends. Used to play video games a lot, but not so much anymore because I felt like I was wasting my life. Although my son's started playing them now, so I've been dabbling a little bit more actually. And obviously TV and movies. Traveling, reading and learning. I'm not much of a reader, I've got to be honest. Not much of a reader, but I do a lot of traveling. Okay. This is exactly the one that I was thinking of as soon as you said that. The knife fight in the Antique Weapons Museum. John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum is the franchise's best. I completely agree with you, AI. It is amazing because it's got everything going for it. It's got the weapons, the knife fighting, the enclosed space, the fact that they're smashing the glass and the comedy that comes from that, throwing the knives like snowballs, and the axe hit at the very end just caps it off. And Keanu has never looked better in any of the fights he's ever done, The Matrix included, than he did in that section, especially the bit with Tiger Chan. So well done, AI. You are as smart as me. Amazing. That's exactly what I would have said. Sylvester Stallone is the best action star from the Expendables cast. He not only helped define the 80s action genre with Rocky and Rambo, but he also conceived and led the Expendables franchise itself. I think you're absolutely right. I mean, you could make the argument for Arnold Schwarzenegger, couldn't you? But for me, Stallone takes it because he's a true filmmaker. He didn't veer off into politics. He kept doing his thing. He's a writer, a director, and for sure, the greatest action star that's ever lived. So I completely agree, AI, well done. AI has completely freaked me out. I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight, and I don't know what we're going to do. And really, should we be allowing it to do this, or do we need to pull the plug? I mean, come on. It knows my inner thoughts and what's going on in my head, and I'm not even attached to Neuralink or anything like that. What the heck's going on here?